Hey everyone, Chris Hudson from Polygon Golf. In this video, what we're going to talk about is how the body has to move. And what a lot of people don't understand is when they take the club away, that they really are kind of moving laterally across their body, which is going to cause a problem. Now, this video is going to be strictly about the way that we teach at Polygon Golf and why we teach the way that we do. So all of a sudden, when I say that I'm going to move this club this way, my body's moving laterally, even though they're telling us to go down and all these different things. Well, that creates a big problem because it doesn't allow you to get turned the way that you're supposed to at this position right here, which is going to be the transitional move to reroute the club from the takeaway position to start getting it to go up this vector plane, if you will. But there's an easier way. So what happens because like I said, the Polygon Golf Swing Trainer is going to change shapes from the path of the club to the movement of the human body. Well, if I put this up here like this and you see me, there's the first move. See that? I've gone this way. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's like stack and tilt. No, it is not. It absolutely is not. Stack and tilt is going to get everything really over here. Then they're going to jump up and it's going to say that it's going to move the bottom of your swing forward and all that. But this is not stack and tilt. This is the way that the body can move in such an efficient way that is going to allow you to get the path of that club in a better position. And it's going to allow you to unleash ultimate power through the golf ball when you're striking it. Okay? So if we can understand, the first move is like that. And now from here, you can see that my chest is parallel to R1. My back, or my left shoulder blade, if you will, is just going to move in the direction of L3. So when I do that, aha. And when I make that move with the left shoulder, watch what happens to the right hip. Bingo. It slides right up here. Everything's parallel, symmetrical. So now that was the move down L3. Now we're going to go down to L2. Watch what happened to the right hip. All of a sudden, my right hip is responding because of the way that I'm moving my upper body. But it's really, my lower body's moving too. But if you could just understand that if I just follow the sequence of the Polygon Golf Swing Trainer, my body is going to respond. So now in the downswing, all we're going to do is start to move down R1, R2, and R3. And then voila, that pressure, like people talk about, is now on the inside of my foot to where it's going to allow me not to drive out this way because that's not what it's telling me to do. It's going to allow me to get to that position, weights on the inside. Now I've got to go up L1, boom, there we go. Perfect balance position every single time. When you understand how the body's got to move without moving the arms laterally, because the second I move the arms this way, the shoulder goes this way, guess what? Your body is now in a panic mode and it's going to be, wait a minute, the hips are going to stop. You're not going to get this movement. And this has nothing to do with flexibility. Trust me, I'm not the most flexible person in the world, but I can get what appears to be a really huge shoulder turn because the way that I'm shifting, the way that I'm following this path or this map in three-dimensional space is allowing my body to move in such a way that now all it's got to do is go, okay, I'm loaded, I'm balanced like a cat. There's pressure on the left foot into the ground, not weight, but pressure. I'm not stacked and tilt over here. I'm truly moving around my center of mass. And then all of a sudden, now I'm going to start coming down. And when I'm coming down this way, it's not, you don't see me coming this way. It's just follow the pattern. There we go. And then I come through and I'm going to crush a golf ball. Okay, what is the other benefit about the body? The posture poles that sit on the side, which we call them the posture poles, that support the geometry in midair, allows me to get my body set up in a 60-degree relationship to the ground. You hear a lot of people, oh, this can be 30, 40, whatever. No, it can't. It absolutely cannot. It can be 30 degrees forward of center, which is the exact same thing as in a 60-degree relationship to the ground. I'm athletic. I can do whatever I want. If I was left-handed, I could go this way. Right-handed, I'm going this way. But I'm not trying to physically turn this thing, whip that club inside. That's just garbage. It doesn't work. But when you understand the sequential movements of what the guides of the PolygonGolf Swing Trainer are telling me to do, you can see the left shoulder went down, but it didn't go down over here. It just here. Now the progression moves of L2 and L1, boom, right side's higher, which you can see. Then on the downswing, it's just follow that same pattern back there on R3, R2, and at R1 with the body, as much as we're releasing the club on R1, we've got to get this shoulder to now start, the right shoulder to start working up L1, L2, and L3, which keeps everything tight to the body. It's kind of like a figure skater. She goes up and she's really a female figure skater. She's got her arms out and all of a sudden she pulls everything in and she starts flying in a circle because everything is in. So all of a sudden our body, instead of things going out, we're now allowing it to just stay inside the parameters and the guides of the PolygonGolf Swing Trainer, and our body movement becomes so tight, but not concussive. There's the difference. The modern swing, you can look at somebody like Jason Day or, I don't know, pick your flavor or guy on the PGA Tour. They've all got injuries. It's not their fault. It's not their instructor's fault. It's the way that they've been taught to swing the golf club. But the reality is they've got injuries. And those injuries for those guys absolutely suck because they make a living playing this game. So now it's like you being hurt, if you think about it this way. You can't go to the office because you're really hurt. You can't make money. That's terrible. But if you understand the movements and what the body interprets, how your body's supposed to move in three-dimensional space, and you are adhering to what those patterns are and how your brain perceives it, you have less chance of getting hurt. And I mean minute chance of getting hurt. Because when the body's in balance, it's extremely difficult to get hurt. When the body is out of balance, I shifted to the right, I'm going to move to the left. My body's going, you're out of balance. So all of a sudden, what the modern swing does, they let the club swing by and it pulls their body through. Well, think about what I just said. Pull. If something is pulling, it is causing stress, and it's normally in the lower lumbar region. But all of a sudden, if I'm here and I'm just this way and I'm like, oh my goodness, there we go. A lot of you might go, well, that looks a lot like George Gankis type of, I get to the top and I do this move. Well, take it however you want. It doesn't matter if it's, you want to get this extra rotational stuff in there like George Gankis, or if you want to do it like we do and just go, because the sequence of events that are going to happen when you understand the pattern, the map, and the blueprint of the PolygonGolf Swing Trainer, your body is going to go, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's no more pain in my back. I love this game. I love being out there with my friends. I love my foursome on the weekend. But gosh, sometimes I just can't get there because my back hurts so bad that I feel like I've got to go sit in a sauna for a week in order to just stand up and walk straight. Those days are over. They're absolutely over. Because when you understand there truly is this shifting moment that we can make that gives us good depth in the right hip if you're right-handed, balance like a cat, and then the downward downswing is going to feel just as good, but that rotation is going to happen. Okay, everybody thinks, well, gravity golf, they can drop it down. This dropping down motion is not, it is gravity because something goes up and it comes down. But what causes that to happen? What causes something to go up and come down? What creates the gravity? It's rotation. The earth is spinning. If I throw something up, there's a gravitational movement that is dictated by the rotation of the earth. That's what causes the ball to go up and then come back down. But if we can understand where we really get true power from, it's this shifting move that allows my body to move in what most people are going to say a rotational capacity. But the truth is, my hips do not stall. Think about this for a minute. And the modern swing, people get here, they grossly misinterpret this and these movements, but they get here, they make that lateral bump, then they start to turn. The second I get here, this hip is locked out. So they're saying the body stalls, club swings by, and oh my God, did that hurt? Absolutely hurt. But in the Polygon Golf Swing Trainer, if we follow the symmetrical guides or the sequence correctly, watch what happens. I'm here. I'm going to do this in super slow motion for you. Here we come. Here we come. Oh my God, what I can feel. Now, look at the position of my hip here. I've got this force that I'm driving off of, and it allows my body to start getting to where it's got to be. And guess what? There's no getting my body out of whack with this type of crap. And the bottom line is we are seriously just going to turn into a machine. Like if you've seen some of the, not a machine, I mean, not literally, but you can feel like that. But the truth is you can start swinging like a machine. And what I mean by that is repetitive, is consistent, is being able to start to understand there is truly a better way to move my body in order to get things to work that isn't concussive, that is going to allow me to play this game that I love until I'm in my 90s, if I'm fortunate enough to live that long. Well, the reality is, guys, we haven't really talked about the body that much, but here it is. This is the way it works. The symmetrical pattern is so easy. So you might say, well, Chris, I don't want to start with the left side. I want to start with the right. It doesn't matter. Same movements have to happen. This has to go back. My shoulder blade, right shoulder blade, if I decided to go with the right, has to move back in the direction of R3, right from the get-go. Boom. What most people have the hardest time understanding is because, think about it, we're predatory. Vision's in front of us, which gives me about 180 degrees of vision in front of me. Most people only see what's in front of them. So, of course, they're going to turn this, they're going to move this. But it's truly what's happening behind us that is the governor of how things are going to work. So if I'm just moving my shoulder blades back here, watch how my body responds to all this. It is so simple and so easy to finally understand the correct movements of the body. Then you couple that with the correct movements of the path of the hands and the club when we switch it to the 60, which this is set up in the 30. And again, it moves at 5-degree increments, but that 5-degree increment is really for the path of the club, because the body, I don't care who you are, you can dispute me all you want, it doesn't matter if you choose to, the body has to move at 30 degrees, has to, end of the story. There's a lot more to it when those movements are necessary, and we're going to get into some of those. So make sure you're checking out Polygon Golf, our YouTube channel, but in order to become the best player that you can absolutely be, you absolutely have got to get one of the Polygon Golf Swing Trainers for yourself. And you can do that today, right now. Jump over to PolygonGolf.com, hit the shop page. It's going to take you right to where you can make your order. It's such a simple checkout. It's easy. All you got to do is type in your info, put in your payment method, boom. You're going to have one of the Polygon Golf Swing Trainers for yourself. And your game, I promise you, it is a mathematical fact. It's not me shoveling a bunch of BS down your throat. It is a mathematical fact that you are going to get better. And the reason for that is when the brain can understand the pattern, the body can sync up with what the mind sees in the mind's eye. And then all of a sudden, we are able to start accelerating our learning curve. We are able to start accelerating that golf club. Most people that Pete and I teach, they would be lucky if they can hit the ball, 220, 230 maybe on a good day. But the reality is you get inside the Polygon Golf Swing Trainer, that 230, that 220 is becoming 260, 270. For somebody who's a little stronger, a little more athletic, not flexible, athletic, they're going to be able to pipe it out 300 yards plus. It just depends on you. But the most important aspect in golf is not how far can I hit it? That gives you an advantage. There's no doubt about it. Your power is going to increase, but your accuracy. And when I can sit there and say, oh, there's that little flag 200 yards away that sits in this little tiny hole, and I've got to land it there, and I know that I'm going to be very, very close to that flag instead of on the side or on the other side or short or long or whatever. The accuracy of this game is what allows our scores to go. So again, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the short game stuff and other videos, how to putt correctly, chipping, using our body inside the 30-degree setup for the Polygon Golf Swing Trainer. But guys, I'm telling you, the Polygon Golf Swing Trainer has made me a better golfer. The Polygon Golf Swing Trainer has made Pete a better golfer. And when you can understand, hey, we didn't just create this product, we use this product every single day in our personal lives and with our students because it works. It absolutely works. It is not a gimmick. It is not a short fix solution, even though you're going to accelerate things at a very quick level. So again, get your butt over to Polygon Golf, get one for yourself, and we'll see you soon.